Well, guys, here I am, Monster Mania in New Jersey. Kind of a rough weekend. I had a conflict come up, so Saturday was completely off the table. I have a family member that has health issues, so I've been getting called for assistance multiple times. Friday, constantly, almost, even this morning. So unfortunately, I missed Night and Coriander, and I didn't. I just walked around today. It's the definition of a day late and dollar short. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's plenty of cool stuff in there, believe me. But it's a little bittersweet to look now, and it's packed. Jeez, I thought maybe I thought there'd be like a diminished crowd. Maybe see some stuff that discounted or something, but it didn't look like it to me. So yeah. So next time, hopefully with some more planning, I can get a little more out of this weekend. There's always April. But I'm in a parking lot of a convention, so I'm going to get something out of this weekend. So, story time. Years ago, when I was in college, William Shatner was at a Star Trek convention at, I believe it was the Sheraton Station Square Hotel in Pittsburgh. We're about an hour away from where I went to college. So a bunch of us got in a car. We went down there. We stopped in a 7-Eleven. They had some huge banner promoting, I think it was Star Trek 6. I think Star Trek 6 was about to come out. So that was the big promotion. The guy said we can have this banner. I don't know what we thought we were going to do with it. Unfurl it in the car. But anyway, that was kind of cool. I think we got Slurpees with the Star Trek cups. Anyway, we go there, we walk around, science fiction convention, look around at vendors, some guest speakers, talking about upcoming movies. And then Shatner comes out. He flew in just for this, and then he had to fly out right after. He comes in, he told some funny stories. I mean, the guy, he's pretty jocular. I've heard some negative things about him signing autographs and not even looking up at people, but I mean, he was pretty funny. He's corny. And my thing with him is I think he had to hit middle age before he was like comfortable in his own skin, sort of. You know what I mean? Because he's so corny. Like when he was like young and trying to be like the leading man type, the James T. Kirk era, I think he may have had some issues, I don't know. And people may have had some issues with him. At any rate, it's Q&A time. This guy, people are asking questions. And, Shatner was always a little bit funny about the whole Star Trek fandom. He went on Saturday Night Live infamously and said, I hope you have a good sense of humor. And he kind of roasted the fans as being too obsessed. And it was a funny skit. Well, that almost happened. That pretty much played out at the convention. A guy is in line for questions. And he says, I feel bad. I'm taking this parking spot is like gold. I was all over the damn place, and I got a really good spot here. I mean, I was out in the street. I drove like a mile away. I came back, and then finally I got a good spot. Anyway, people are parked up on the grass. Anyway, long story. This kid, full Star Trek uniform, comes up, asks a question. He starts to ask a question. He's having trouble getting it out. He's basically saying, after this movie, if the people want it, would you be interested? Do you think there would be a possibility that? Is it possible that the cast would get together and this goes on for like a while? And Shatner, he has like a little bit, not the most amount of patience for this kind of stuff as some people. He goes, wait a minute, what's your name? And the guy said, I'm going to make up a name because I don't want to embarrass him even decades later. But he goes, Commander Jimmy Mahoney. And he says it like so serious. And Shatner goes, well, Commander, like in a sarcastic way. Everybody cracks up. And later, my friends and I, we were like, wow, that's like getting like, made fun of in front of your deity. It's like just rough stuff, But he goes, are you trying to ask me if there's going to be another Star Trek movie? And the guy says, yes. He goes, I think very possibly there could be another Star Trek movie after this one, depending on how this one does. Something along those lines. I don't know. But then the kid asks, young man, says, I have another question. And everybody's like, oh, brother. Shatner goes, okay, what is it, Commander? And he goes, do you like rap? and just the place erupts into laughter. You have to understand, this is like way back in the early days of rap. Shatner cracks up, but he immediately got what the guy was getting at. Because just like in that skit on Saturday Night Live, this kid must have known what Shatner's schedule was the next month. Anyway, he had a ranch in Canada. He was having some kind of charity event there. And he was having a bunch of musical acts, and one of them was a group called the Ghetto Boys. And he was like, yes, as a matter of fact, I like rap, especially since the Ghetto Boys will be performing at my charity event. And it was just kind of funny. And that's my science fiction convention story from the possibly early 90s, whenever that Star Trek 6 was about to come out. Funny story. Okay, anyway.